With the release of the peak Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, I decided to rewatch the very first movie, and one scene with the antagonistic Aunt Jane spawned a theory in my head that relates back to Midnight Motorist. During the ending moments of the movie, after Mike would call his aunt to watch Abby, the young girl, frustrated at her brother's decision, locks herself in her room, with Jane trying to coax her out for dinner before ultimately giving up.
Abby, you can't stay in there forever, you know? Suit yourself.
Upon this point, Jane would sit in the living room watching television, oblivious to the presence of Golden Freddy behind her, with the yellow bear then proceeding to attack and knock Jane out before taking Abby back to the pizzeria. Switching over to Midnight Motorist, we take the perspective of William Afton, presumably just after committing the murder of Charlotte at Freddy's, with the man coming home in a drunken rage and hounding an unknown boy to open their locked door. After getting no response and growing increasingly angry, William walks around the back of the house, where he sees the window broken out and footsteps leading away into the night, with William stating that he ran off to that place again. Besides these footsteps, however, are a pair of animatronic footprints, seemingly watching the boy. Lastly, jumping into the Fazbear Frights books, specifically Coming Home, we witness the ghost of Susie, after being murdered by the malevolent Afton, would return to her childhood home every day, trying to communicate with her mother and sister Samantha, only for them to not see her. Every midnight, Chica will come to the house and lead Susie away by the hand, with Susie returning to the house to get closure with her sister and find her lost doll, Gretchen. Samantha would eventually achieve this goal while avoiding Chica, with Susie leaving for a final time with the animatronic chicken. With all of these details in mind, my theory is that the events of Midnight Motorist could be a mix of what we saw with Aunt Jane and Coming Home, with the spirit of crying child lingering around his family, with the newly possessed Fedbear coming to the home to retrieve the boy every night. Alternatively, prying child's ghost could have come to the home within Fredbear itself, watching his family, and specifically Michael. Mike, still tormented by the events of what he did to his brother, would see the Fredbear animatronic lurking outside his window and, realizing where it was going, would follow the possessed bear to Freddy's, leading into the events of what we see in Midnight Motorist.